Welcome back. The end of March, some 66% of the workforce working remote, and that's only expected to increase as the months go by. It's a time many cyber criminals are out there trying to take advantage of people. Tyler Moffat, our cybersecurity expert from Webroot, joins us now on Skype to talk about those latest threats. Good to see you.
How you doing, Gary?
More at home time means more time online, and so that's tough on security, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We're seeing, during this time of a pandemic, criminals taking advantage of the situation, right? We found that of the 20,000 websites created using COVID or coronavirus in the name or related to that, 2% of them were actually malicious, hosting malicious content, being phishing, you name it. We've also seen a 2,000% increase spike in Zoom names. So the actual attachments, a lot of people sending out Zoom conferences. These are like actual executables that say Zoom conference 101.exe. We're seeing those increase quite a bit as well. There's a whole bunch of scams going around. A lot of them really hype around, the fake stimulus. There's a lot of texts, Facebook messages, you name it. Basically promising that there's you got to fill out this census or fill out this form or download this attachment, open this file to get your stimulus. That's all fake. Tons of stuff offering things for free because some companies are offering things for free. And so there's ones scamming and acting as that. So for instance, there's a free Netflix one, right? Saying that there's free Netflix during the entire COVID time. It doesn't do anything. It just takes your info. There's even ones, these ones are specifically targeting Spanish users, but there's an app out there saying that it would tell you if anybody around you had coronavirus. And it sort of, this sounds a little ridiculous, but nobody has that info and nobody's going to put it in app form. But we sort of throw away our superstition or security in mind because of the fear going around. And so a lot of people, might want to find that information out, and they may input their credit card info to see if they could find it out, when really all that's going to happen is they're just going to have their credit card stolen.
Boy, it does sound pretty overwhelming, and now worse than ever. So generally, I guess, what should people do to protect themselves?
Sure. So if you got your kids and everybody's working from home and you got to do Zoom conferences, Zoom's been in the media quite a bit. They've had some issues. They've patched a lot of their issues. So initially, the issue was these links are public, right? Anybody you give it to, anybody can join in. So you had students joining in that were, yell profanities or share graphic material they really shouldn't be doing. And then they started to add passwords to it, right? And you could add the password into the link. There was a problem with that as well. They did patch that, but you have to update Zoom. So what I recommend is if you're using Zoom or you're hosting Zoom, have like a waiting room where you can screen everybody coming in to make sure whoever you're letting join is supposed to be in that meeting. Also, you can set it up to where only you can share your screen, so the kids don't even have the chance to show anything, or Zoom bombing is what it's called. These are all, they're changes that you have to make that are beyond the defaults. So you do have to make these changes, but that's definitely what we recommend for sure. Also, as far as emails, almost every email being sent right now, regardless of what they sell or what they're about, is capitalizing on COVID-19. It's best to just avoid those from unknown senders, especially ones telling you to download attachments. There's a pretty famous one going around right now pretending to be from the White House, and this is the CDC's guides and things you should follow, right? Tips. And then you click on it and it brings you to what looks like the White House webpage saying download attachment. All those attachments being downloaded are fake, and they're malicious. Eventually, they will lead to you enabling a macro saying enable content because it's an out-of-date Word application. And don't do it. That's the trick. Don't click enable content. There's absolutely tons of capitalization criminals are using, especially in the health and health sector is pretty huge, because if they were to hit with ransomware, which we're not seeing them stop by any means, if actually we're only seeing it increase. These health sectors, they don't really have the same amount of time and expertise going around that would be able to have the time to find out if they can not pay the ransom and get everything back up and running. There's a tighter squeeze on getting criminals to pay that ransom. But one thing we're seeing with this workforce being increased for remote, we're also seeing the surface area of attack increase. As far as remote desktop, remoting onto computers when you're not physically there, the exposure to that is really, really, really high, and we're seeing it spike. So that's more chances for criminals to attack these organizations. So definitely something to watch out for.
Yikes. All right, Tyler Moffat. Man, you click on the White House and all of a sudden your bank account's gone. It's just crazy stuff, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler from Webroot, thank you much. We appreciate it.